What is good? What is going on, everybody? We are live on a Sunday morning, man. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers going up against the New England Patriots. All right, they're going for like some old school look over here on the screen. I don't know if you guys can tell. That's pretty cool. Um, the Patriots are wearing their throwback jerseys today. One of the better throwback jerseys in the game. I'm over here still getting set up. One of the better throwbacks in the game. So yeah, man, not really sure how this game's gonna go. Both teams kind of meet each other at the same level as of right now. Both 1-1. I mean, the Steelers last week did not look good. The Patriots did look good last week, but it was against the Dolphins, and Dolphins are what 0-3. So we'll see, man. We'll see. All right, I wasn't optimistic going into this game, but you know what? You know what? I'm in a good mood today. I'm feeling optimistic. Why? I have no idea why I feel any sort of optimism, but I do. All right, let's flip the narrative because the Patriots have owned the Pittsburgh Steelers for years. All right, if you look up the Pittsburgh Steelers owner on Google, it will say the New England Patriots. Not probably not, but you get my point. All right, so let's change that narrative. Let's flip the script. All right, their time is up. Our time is now. Let's get it, man. Probably not literally, but the Steelers have a long way to go for it to be their time. But I hope you get the reference. Yeah, Iron Eagle and TJ Watt. I'm sorry, JJ Watt on the call. They're over there with their 1980s type look. I wonder if they're actually going to do it on the scorebook and everything. That'd be pretty cool if they're going to go throwback with everything. But we are about a few minutes away from kickoff. It says 10 o'clock, but sometimes these games start like 2 minutes late. So we'll see, man. Let's go. I'm pumped. For what reason, I don't know. But I'm pumped up for this game. All right? You guys can let me know your predictions. I got the Pittsburgh Steelers winning 23-17. Again, wasn't optimistic the entire week. I was not feeling it. But you know what? For some reason, I woke up today feeling it. That's all you need sometimes. You got a few key matchups this week as well. You got the Rams versus the Eagles. That should be a really good game over in Philly. I believe that takes place. That should not be an early game. Is that an early game? It might be an early game. That shouldn't be an early game. That should be a late afternoon game. That should be a 1:25 game. And then tomorrow night, you got the Ravens and the Lions. I might actually go live for that game as well. I'm pumped up for that game. That should be really good. I'm liking these visuals that they're putting out right now. Very cool. It would have been cool if the Steelers would have wore their throwbacks as well, their 70s throwbacks. That would have been great. All right. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. I might just be a little bit biased here, but I think we have a good shot. Yeah, man. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I actually said that instead of the throwbacks that the Steelers came out with, I would have liked for them to have used their road 1970s jerseys, but switch it up a little bit, instead of the yellow pants or gold pants, whatever you want to call it, go with the white and then go with a gold helmet, man. That would have looked clean. And that would have been a good look for this game in particular since the Patriots are going throwback. But what do I know? I mean, I don't completely hate the throwbacks that they have now. but there were better options. Definitely were better options. Let's go. I'm not sure who's getting the ball yet, but if the Steelers get the ball first, that already puts the New England Patriots in prime possession to score a touchdown. That's the unfortunate part. Oh man, Steelers defense has been very, very questionable for the highest paid defense ever. I believe the Steelers have given up on average 31.2 points or 31.5 points so far this season, which, I mean, for 2 games, I mean, are we really going to complain there? Or, I'm sorry, what I should say is that it's only been 2 games. Let me put just put the scoreboard on here, just in case I forget. All right, that's the look we usually go for. All right, let's go. Looks like we're about to get set here. Looks like a nice day over there in Foxborough. 66 degrees, not too bad. You know, weather isn't really much of a factor in September. New England will get the ball first, and they have Stephon Diggs on their kickoff team, huh? Oh, no, that's Gibson. Oh, it kind of looked like Stephon Diggs, I'm not going to lie. But, all right, you got Chris Boswell out there to start the game. So that means the Patriots will be receiving the ball. And here's the kickoff. It's off and away, and we are set in New England, and it's going to be returnable for Gibson. He takes it past the 20 and can't really get past anybody. He's down at about the 25-yard line. He is able to fight for a little bit extra yards at about the 27, and that gets it out to Drake May, his second season as a quarterback for the New England Patriots. And, I mean, so far it's been up and down for his career. Granted, he wasn't put in the best situation for the Patriots, but here we are. First and 10 from the 27. First play is a run play straight up the middle, and he gets actually a pretty decent gain of about 6 on the first play of the drive. And that's been something that the Steelers have been struggling with, is that rush defense. They cannot stop the run. So, I mean, if that continues in this game, it could be a really rough game for the Steelers. And they're showing it right away. 2 straight games allowing 30-plus points. Now, you could take into consideration that the Steelers gave up a touchdown off of a kickoff. So, technically, the Steelers defense didn't give up 30 points last week. But still, for the stat sheet, it's not very good. 2nd and 6 for New England. Drake May in shotgun. Drops back. Steelers bring 4. May scrambling. Can't get past it. He is sacked by Cameron Hayward. He really tried to get past it with his legs. Just could not. Pocket completely collapsed right there. All right. Unless he got a yard. I mean, he was moving forward. Maybe that wasn't a sack. Oh, no. He got about a yard. So already we got 3rd down for New England. Steelers defense really needs to prove themselves here, man. Especially in this game. May drops back, gets some pressure. TJ Watt gets in there. Pass is almost intercepted. That should have been a pick. Oh, you got to make that pick, man. He was wide open. The pressure made the pass a little bit off. And Clark was right there. He just couldn't hang on to the ball. Now, the referees are talking it over. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Illegal contact. So that's going to be 1st down for New England. All right. That's not good. So the first down of the game was off of a penalty. I do like the gear that New England's wearing. I will say that. Another handoff play. Oh, a fumble! Fumble, and the Steelers look like they got it. Yes, they did. He's returning it. Slade trying to find an opening. He couldn't. He's down at around midfield, and the Steelers defense gets a turnover. All right, that's a good start. There we go. Following that that penalty, Cole Holcomb got in there for the fumble. He forced the fumble. All right. So they're getting in prime field position. All right, they're not on the Patriots side, but they're close to midfield. So that's exactly where you want the ball in this situation. Wow, he had 7 fumbles last season. That's a lot, man, for a running back. All right, so we got 13-18 left in the first quarter. We're just getting started. Although New England gives the ball away to Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers taking the field for the first time. Not really sure what the what's taking so long for the play to get off. It was clearly a fumble. I'm not sure if they're okay. There we go. It looks like Jalen Warren's in the backfield for this first play. Or is that Johnson? It looks like Johnson. Man in motion. You got to jump, so that should be a free play. Jalen Warren gets nowhere, but that was a free play anyways. So that's going to give the Steelers a few extra yards. All right. And what a lot of people are saying is that they want to see Jalen Warren get more carries. And I agree. Last week, he was making, he's been the brightest spot on the offense so far this season. And it's not been DK. It's not been Aaron Rodgers. It's been Jalen Warren. Although it just seems like nobody on the rushing attack can get anything going. He was more passing attack. Quick pass to DK Metcalf, who turns it up for the first down, gets down inside the 35 of New England. So that's the first down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right. That's someone you want to get going early, too, because he did not have a very good game last week. He did have a touchdown. That's really all there is to say about DK last week, though. And I like that play call. Just get him going early. Get him going early. Sometimes you just got to do that. Pitch play to Warren. He cuts to the inside, and he's able to fight for the first down. All right. Moving the ball. Let's go. Gosh, this game is like tailor-made for the Steelers to bounce back, man. My literal only concern is that it's against New England in Foxborough. They just can't win there. Oh, they didn't give him the first down. They marked him short. I thought it was very clear that he got the first down. But okay, they're going to call it second and short. Which, man, that was not a very considerate marker. Another handoff play to Warren. He's able to run in the inside and get to about the 15-yard line. And that's going to be another Steelers first down. All right. I didn't know Spillane was playing for the Patriots now. Oh, Warren kind of ran into his own man, Calvin Austin. That's how he was able to get down. But all right. Utilizing the running attack so far, and so far it's working. Another handoff inside. Then he cuts to the outside, still on his feet, and he gets about 6 on the play. All right, a quality run, though, for a first down play. 6 yards, pretty good. I think the Steelers are trying to make a statement here with the rushing attack. First 2 weeks was not good. See, they might pass it here, though. Nope, another give to Warren on a bit of a draw play. Still fighting, still pushing, and he looks like he might have gotten past the first yard marker. Let's see where they mark it. It's going to be close. But the offensive line was definitely giving him that extra push. That's just straight willpower right there. All right, so it's first and goal. Steelers, nothing but run plays except for that screen pass to DK so far. And Jaylen Warren has gotten all the carries in this drive as well. Another handoff, Warren, inside handoff, and he's down at about the 2-yard line. I mean, just keep feeding them the ball at this point. Bring out a heavy set. So far, 6 plays, 5 rushes, 1 pass. And every play so far, they have gotten at least a good chunk play. Man in motion. Washington, another give. Warren, not necessarily successful in this one, behind the line of scrimmage. I'm telling you, Robert Spillane is definitely in the mix on pretty much every play so far in this drive. That's going to lead to third down. I'd say you got to pass it here. Rodgers in shotgun. He's all by himself. Now Warren goes to his right. Got one-on-ones. Rodgers looks that way to Washington, and it is incomplete. There was a flag thrown, and that looks like that's going to be on New England because there was contact. Let's see this replay. Oh, yeah. Yep. That's going to be first down. All right. I liked that play. You try to give it out to your biggest tight end who's covered one-on-one. That was a good play call. A lot of people like to criticize the OC, but I think that was a good play call. We got Gainwell in the backfield here on first and goal. Pitch play, outside handoff, and it is a touchdown. Easy money for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Steelers get on the board first, 6-0. All right, good drive, man. Kenneth Gainwell with his first touchdown as a Steeler, I believe. All right. Able to make points out of that turnover. Perfectly executed drive. All right, we're setting up for the extra point. Snap is a little bit off, but the kick is right down the middle, and we got a 7-0 game with 8:25 left in the first quarter. And now let me update this because I completely forgot to do that. I have to refresh it every once in a while. All right. Look at that celebration. I'm actually really surprised that Rams game is an early game. That sucks, man. And okay, Sunday Night Football is between 2 winless teams. Like, what are we doing? Oh man, there's you could have put the Rams and the Eagles for Sunday night. You could have put Monday night's game for Sunday night with the Ravens and the Lions. There's so much more you could have done for Sunday night, but instead you put the Chiefs and the Giants, 2 teams that are wins. I mean, is it too early to flex a game out? I have no idea why they decided to put the Giants in prime time. Maybe only because they're a New York team. That's my only guess. Literally my only guess. I think that game's going to suck. Maybe not be a blowout, but I think it's going to be just an ugly, ugly game. When was the last time the Steelers had a drive like that? I have no idea. I've never seen a drive like that in Foxborough for the Steelers. And hey, man, maybe times have changed, all right? We'll see. It's still very early, though. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from both sides of the field, which is something that I don't think I've said so far this season. Every time you get a defensive turnover, you want to turn that into points, and that's exactly what they did. All right, let's see what we got going on for the rest of the league. I'm interested to see how the Bengals are going to be able to do without Joe Burrow. We know them for their high-power offense and their not so good defense. So, I mean, I think it's going to be a pretty big loss with how Joe Burrow plays. Jake Browning, although he's actually not a bad backup, he's actually a really good backup. So as long as he could keep them, at bay, I think they'll be all right and compete. But I don't think they'll be the Cincinnati Bengals that, we all know. All right, so we got kickoff right now. 8 plays, 54 yards, taking up almost 5 minutes. And it's off and away. Looks like it's going to be returnable from around the 5-yard line. Takes it past the 20, past the 25, cuts to the inside, and is down at about the 27-yard line. All right, let's see how the Patriots offense looks this drive. New England had two just very different type of games from week 1 to week 2. 1 week, they just looked just terrible offensively. And then next week, week 2, they actually looked all right. It's a run play, and he gets about maybe 4 on the first play of the drive. I do like these Patriots jerseys over their jerseys that they wear now. I'll say that. They have a running back in motion once again. I'm sorry, in the backfield. Tight end in motion. He drops back, throws it complete, and he's short of the first down as he goes out of bounds. Yeah, TJ Watt was around that area too. He was trying to extend and get the pick, but just a little too far out. It's going to be about 3rd and 2, maybe 1, depending on the marker. This is run play all the way, right? They're showing runs so far. Steelers look like they're going to bring some pressure at the line. They do bring some pressure. It's a handoff to their fullback, and he gets an easy first down. It doesn't get much easier than that. That's something we don't really see anymore. We don't see the utilization of fullbacks. There's only a few teams that even do that. Play action pass. He's going to have to get rid of it. He does hit as he throws it. And depending on whether or not it was a forward pass, it's either going to be a gain of around 9.5 or it's going to be an incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball, though. Arm was going forward. That's incomplete. It's one of those weird cases where if it was actually a fumble, it would have helped out New England. All right, Patrick Queen was on the hit. That's somebody that Pittsburgh's relying on to have a better season than he did last year. And a man in motion. Another play action pass. Pressure comes once again. It's going to be a screen pass to the running back. He's able to avoid a sack and can't get past Cameron Hayward with the tackle. Sorry, that was a Cam. But not a bad pickup right there. We haven't heard much from Stephon Diggs, not just in this game, but just this season. All right, and he's supposed to be their premier receiver. Hasn't even scored a touchdown, which is a little concerning. Oh, you got Darius Slay down. He's shaking up. And the Steelers defense, I mean, in the secondary has already taken some hits with Joey Porter Jr. out. Dang, that's not good. All right, let's see what we got going on here. I guess the Eagles up 7-0 already in Philly. And what's up with the Eagles wearing their road jerseys at home? That's a little weird. Oh, well. Gosh, I'm telling you, that Cincinnati Bengal versus Vikings game could be either high scoring or very ugly. Nothing in between. You got the Jets up 3-0 against the Buccaneers. Very early lead. I don't expect that to be a close game, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's see what else we got. Tampa Bay wearing their creamsicle uniforms, which are very, very nice. Oh, they're going with the all whites. Those are one of my favorite jerseys, man. The white Tampa Bay Buccaneer throwbacks, those are clean, man. Baker drops back, throws it towards the sideline, and incomplete. Oh, they call the penalty, though. That's going to be a first down for Tampa Bay. All right. All right, so we got New England in shotgun formation. The running back to May's left. Has it. Pressured once again, and he is sacked. All right. All right, and okay. The Steelers' pass rush has not been all that great this year. All right. So far, it seems like if they're not getting to the quarterback, they're close. So they're doing something right now. I really like those jerseys, man. All right, punt is off. Calvin Austin is not going to take it, and it rolls into the end zone for a touchback, and the Steelers are going to get it from their own 20. They called a flag. Okay, so they called holding on the Steelers, which was a very, very late call. So that was a little weird. The ref told Aaron Rodgers first. That was a weird little interaction, man. they were both smiling at each other. Like, hey, you guys got holding on that play. Very weird. What are the late games for today? I'm telling you, man. The NFL could have done a better job with these games, at least scheduling them for this week. I got Indiana Jones and the Colts up 10-3. And they're not even halfway into or they're just barely halfway into the first quarter. So 13 points already for that game. That's pretty impressive. Let's see what the late slate is. Okay, the Broncos and the Chargers. Saints in Seattle? Well, I mean, it's in Seattle, so you can't really do anything there. Cowboys and Bears for 125. Wow. Okay. And Cardinals and Niners. I mean, yeah, nothing really much you could do there. Damn, man. I'm telling you, some of these games are not slated in the right spot this week. The one that bothers me the most is that Sunday night football game. That's what bothers me the most. Because there's other games this week that are deserving. But I get it. Kansas City, in New Jersey. But I will say this. I mean, the Giants did look better last week. So, I mean, maybe they could put up a fight against Kansas City. Man, the Steelers should have had some throwbacks this game. Man, it would have been perfect. I mean, I'm wearing my throwback hat, so. All right, so after that holding call, it looks like the Steelers are going to be inside of the 10 to start the drive. They really utilized the run a lot last drive. Let's see what they do. I just stick with that same formula. Give play to Warren, and he's stuffed this time around. Yeah. Farmer on the tackle. That was a loss of about 3. Okay. Maybe New England caught on a little bit. Mike Tomlin with just the headset on. He doesn't have a hat, beanie, nothing. Just the headset. New England bringing 6. He gets it off in time to Pat Freiermuth for a decent gain of about maybe 7. So it's going to bring 3rd and manageable. Oh, they're just playing too far off. They're just playing Freiermuth deep. And that was actually perfect. Perfect timing for Rodgers because he needed to get that ball off quick with the pressure that they were bringing. We got 3rd down and 6 to go. It looks like they're going to bring some pressure once again. Calvin Austin moves to the left side. Rodgers spins, fumbles the ball, and is picked up by Warren, and they're down at about the 10-yard line. Good play defensively from New England. Rodgers is calling for holding. They do throw a flag. He's nodding his head. He believes it's against New England. I trust you here, Rodgers. I trust you. All right. I was holding on defense. All right. Automatic 1st down. There's quite some penalties in this game so far. Not a very clean game. Oh, they called it holding on Smith. Yeah, not a very clean game for either side. Quite a few penalties. Rodgers takes it. Screen pass. And he's able to get past the first swarm, but then tripped up. And another flag once again. Gosh, man. What the heck is going on here? I might be on New England once again. Talking it over. Oh, low block. Unnecessary roughness on the defense. On Marcus Jones, their cornerback. Huh. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I guess because it was a low tackle. Austin running around, then he's set. Now under 3 minutes left in his first quarter. Handoff play. He gets to the outside, and he's able to get the first down and down at around the 49-yard line. That's Kenneth Gainwell for the first down. And we got to play without any flags. That's worth celebrating, right? Both teams are killing each other with these flags, man. All right, play action. Rodgers looking. He was looking for Smith, but it looked like he was just throwing it away. They're bringing up Robert Splint a lot. And you know what? When he was with the Steelers, he was really doing his thing. I mean, he was one of the brighter spots defensively. I mean, he would make plays when he was with the Steelers. He's kind of bounced around ever since. I know he had a little stint with the Raiders. I'm not sure exactly how many other teams he's played for, but I know he played for the Raiders. Play clock running down, and it shows zeros. Whistles are blowing. Let's see if they call the timeout in time. Nope, delay a game. I just when I thought we were on a roll without having a singular penalty after 2 plays, we get another one. Man, we had a good thing going. Man, we really had a good thing going right there. They had to ruin it with the delay game. Come on, man. So that pushes them back 5 yards, 2nd and 15. Pass to Warren, and he's able to get right back to the 49-yard line, which is pretty much where they were to begin with. Oh, Jake Browning threw a pick 6. Hey, appreciate the shout out, Minnesota. All right. Appreciate the shout out. Yeah, that was a long pick 6, too. That was not an easy pick 6. Rodgers drops back. Pressure comes towards the middle of the field. Complete to Smith for the first down. Now they're knocking inside of New England territory. There's not that many terrible towels. Okay. There's not that many. The stands look pretty full, though. But compared to other stadiums, there's not that many terrible towels. New England is one of those places where it's tough. It's tough to take over, man. So Steelers got at the 30. Moving the ball. They're in a wildcat with Gainwell, and they gain about 4 on the play. Wow. Pulling out the wildcat. All right. Getting a little fancy there. The story is Joe Burrow's out pretty much the entire season. They said for what, like 3-4 months? I don't know why they had to word it like that. That's pretty much the whole season. Really up until what, late December or something like that. So they're trying to bring in a new quarterback. Haven't had success yet. So they have Jake Browning. Rodgers drops back, throws it to Warren. He's able to spin out of a tackle and gets about 5 on the play. And that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. Pittsburgh up 7-0 after 1. And they'll flip sides. They're moving the ball. Yeah, they're trying to find a new quarterback because, I mean, he's pretty much going to be out the entire season, which is a big hit. Burrow's one of those players where one of those quarterbacks, I should say, where you need him. All right. Because there are quarterbacks where they're kind of just, I forget the term that they use, but they just have a good foundation around them where other quarterbacks kind of make or break the offense. Joe Burrow is one of those quarterbacks. So that's a huge loss. And especially with the defense that they have, I mean, it could be a rough season. And the Steelers' schedule is significantly easier, I should say, because they play the Bengals both times when they don't have Joe Burrow, unless they get a quarterback. But, I mean, Jake Browning isn't a bad backup. But, I mean, at this point, he's going to be the starter. You got quarterbacks out there like Kirk Cousins, Kirk O'Chains, who's getting paid millions to sit on the bench. I don't think they go that route. You could get a guy like Jameis Winston who has experience. I don't know. They have options. It's still very early in the season. They have a winning record. So, I mean, you can't throw out the season, clearly. But I'm sure they'll make some sort of move because, I mean, you kind of have to, man. Because with the system they have, you got to be putting up points. That's the situation they put themselves in, though. I see the scores to the other games here. I believe I just saw the Eagles scored once again. That's not giving me the answer. All right. I got it right here. What am I doing? All right, guys. So you got the Commanders leading against the Raiders 7-3. Rams up 10-7 in Philly. I got the Rams winning that game. I just feel like they're coming in with a certain attitude, and I don't know. I just feel like they're all business for that game, trying to get their payback. They remembered what happened last year in the divisional round. I got the Rams. The Rams are just one of those teams that they could just contend. I don't know what it is. They just can contend. They have a really good head coach, just a good team all around. Handoff play to Warren, and he's able to fight for the first down. Wow. I mean, he really had to fight for every single yard he got. As soon as he got the ball, he got hit. And another flag, man. Oh, man. I wish I had a count for how many flags he's had already. Holding on defense. So that's going to give an extra 5 yards. It was on their linebacker. We have more penalties. We have more flags than we do points so far in this game, just in general. That's not good. Steelers in the red zone for the second time in this game. Hands it off. Warren runs to the outside, now cuts back, and he's down. He might have gotten a yard. Really liking the effort I'm seeing, though. Warren just brings it every snap, really. All right, they switch out Warren for Gainwell. Maybe it's a passing play. I'm going to give Arthur Smith some credit. I'm actually kind of liking these play calls so far. Rodgers looks towards the end zone for DK and looks like he got it. Yep, touchdown Steelers. DK Metcalf on a contested ball. Let's go. And he surpasses Brett Favre with this. Wow. He surpasses Brett Favre in the all-time touchdown list. And he gets 1, 2. Yep, good catch. Yep, yeah, that's a catch. All right. Aaron Rodgers' 509th career touchdown pass. Boswell extra point up and good. We got it 14-0 with 13:49 left in the second quarter. I mean, that was just a floater. That was just like an alley-oop, man. All right. Looking good, looking good. I don't want to get too carried away. Damn, okay, so the Bengals already looking like they're going to punt the ball right back to Minnesota. You got the Jaguars beating the Texans right now, 7-0. Jacksonville has possession of the ball as well. Indianapolis up 17-3 over Tennessee. And is Indianapolis a team to watch out for? The Colts are looking good within the first 2 weeks and what we've seen so far. Who would have thought that Daniel Jones would do something? I mean, man. And I mean, the nickname that he's got, Indiana Jones. Maybe it was just meant to be. I don't know. But they're up 17-3 over Tennessee in Nashville. Falcons losing to the Panthers so far 7-0. Packers over the Browns 3-0 in the second quarter. Although the Browns have it at midfield. Jets and Buccaneers all knotted up at 3. Oh. That one's surprising. Is it Tyrod Taylor that's their quarterback right now? The Jets quarterback? I believe so. It looks like a really nice day over there. Hey, okay, to my understanding, Patriot fans are pretty rowdy. To my understanding. Okay. I was watching some Steeler channels, and that's what they were saying, that they're pretty rowdy over there in Foxborough. I got the kickoff, and it looks like it's going to be returnable. Might have gotten it from the goal line, and he slips on his own. He is just past the 20, but I mean, he kind of tripped on the turf right there. That was just an all-time quarterback list that they just showed. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees. So far, New England with only 20 yards offensively. Just completely shut down locked down so far. Wide receiver in motion. He's set to the left side. Steelers bring some pressure. Inside handoff, and he storms for the first down. Who got injured in over there in Washington? All right, bootleg play for May. He's able to avoid the pressure. He's going to take it himself, show off the legs, gets to the first down, and runs out of bounds towards at midfield. Let me see what's going on there. Huh. That was just one of those plays where the quarterback was forced to use his legs. All right, play clock running down to get it off in time. May has time, throws it to his running back for a short gain. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah. May look pretty composed for that play, man, for that pass. Bit of a trick play, gets it. Oh, low throw. That was a forward pass, so it's incomplete. Man, just not a. That was actually a good play, just lack of execution there. Yeah. That's going to lead to a 3rd and 6. Man, New England needs something here offensively, or just anything. May drops back, throws it, easy money first down to his tight end. Whether it's a field goal or touchdown, they just need anything. Before this drive, I think they already have more yards on this drive than they did their first, 3 drives? DM all by himself. Steelers playing a little far off, and they just give what the defense gave him. That's another first down. Stephon Diggs with his first reception of the game. I mean, you're playing so far off. That was too easy, man. They didn't really even need to do much there. That's what happens when you play 10 yards off the line. Outside handoff. And he gets about 3. That's what I understand about defenses that line up that way. I mean, any quarterback can just chuck it like 5 yards, and that's just easy. Maybe 7. Oh, they've doubled the amount of yards this drive compared to all the other ones combined. 2nd and 7, bootleg, throws it to his tight end, and he gets about 2. That's a little weird. It's a little weird seeing Tomlin with just a headset on. It definitely wouldn't be something I would do, man. I gotta have at least a hat or a beanie or something, man. 3rd and 4, they're knocking in the red zone, right by the red zone at the 21.5-yard line. We get the playoff in time. May looks towards the end zone, push off, incomplete. That's offensive pass interference, but I don't think that's going to matter. No, that's not defense, right? Oh, they called it on defense? Well, okay, was he not holding on to the corner? Am I tripping here? I don't know. Uh, okay, how I saw that was both players were making contact on each other, and then the receiver pushed off at the very end. That's what I saw, but I mean, I guess I could be wrong. Starts bringing a lot of pressure. Fakes the handoff, throws it easy money for the touchdown. That's Henry on the touchdown grab. Oh, they bit on the run a lot, a little too much there, and that's what cost them. And the Patriots, Gillette Stadium looks like it might need a new jumbotron, man. At least the big jumbotron, unless they're. It was like it was only half the jumbotron that was showing that play. Is the kicker number 96? Extra points up, and it's good. How about that kicker's number? That looks so like college style for a kicker to have that big of a number. Speaking of some college football, as a USC fan, they've been surprising me, man. They had an 8 o'clock game last night, which now I know how the East Coast feels when it comes to primetime games. And I don't like it. All right. I mean, it's a Saturday night, so it's not like I'm, going to sleep super early, but 8 o'clock is very late for a game. Gillette Stadium, I don't know. I think the atmosphere would probably be more talked about than anything else. Outside of that, the actual stadium, yeah, I don't know. But USC now 4-0. Competition has gotten a little bit better for them. It's only going to get better from here on out, so that's going to be something to keep your eye on. I'm not completely convinced yet, all right, but I didn't think you were going to start off 4-0. Yeah, as far as Gillette, I don't know. Some people are talking about them getting another new stadium again. A lot of teams are on the market for a new stadium. Quite a few, man. Uh, you got the Browns, you got the Bears. Quite a few teams in the Commanders, definitely. But I mean, that's been a given for a long time already. The Tennessee Titans getting a new stadium. Buffalo Bills. That just seems like a trend because I mean, you got these new high tech stadiums, like SoFi, Atlanta, Minnesota. So many stadiums that just outshine the stadiums from the 2000s, even. I guess it makes sense. I guess the technology from just the 2000s and now has changed significantly. All right, we got a kickoff, and they know the rules this time around, and he's down a good return at around the 34-yard line. All right, we know the rules, man. We know the rules. Making progress here. Making some good progress. We know the rules of the kickoff. That's what I'm talking about. And some way, somehow, the Jersey Jets are competing with the Buccaneers. I think Tampa Bay breaks loose after halftime, though. Rodgers has it, throws it to Warren for a gain of about 4 on the first play of the drive. Warren with more receiving yards than rushing yards in the game against Seattle. He was the leading receiver as a running back last week. Using that a good sign. Aaron Rodgers so far 8 for 9, 70 yards and a touchdown. Handoff play to Warren, and he had a break for that single yard that he had to get, man. He had 2 Patriot defenders just on him real quick. I was going to bring up 3rd and 5. One thing that I've noticed is that they're having Calvin Austin motion a lot. So he hasn't been utilized in the passing game at all this game, but they have him motioning, I guess, kind of as a distraction in this game. So far 2 for 2 and 3rd down conversions. Now, 4 receivers set with a tight end. Rodgers scrambling. He's got to get somewhere. He did have a man open in Freiermuth, just could not get it to him. Rodgers yelling. I don't know. That wasn't the best throw, Rodgers. I think Rodgers wanted him to move, but he was open. Oh, come on, Rodgers. You can't get mad at him for that. Let's just complain about the contact. I don't know. But, yeah, man, that throw was on Rodgers. he threw it behind him. Oh, this is a good punt. That's going to roll out of bounds at the 7-yard line. They'll say at the 7-yard line. Oh, now she moves back to the 6. Okay. That's what I thought it was. All right, good punt. Good punt. Damn, man, the Steelers dropped the ball. They should have had the throwbacks in. By the way, New England was kind of a stadium where I'm like, you know what? Maybe I might want to go there. Just because the rivalry, and yes, I had to put that in quotations. You know what? That's not necessarily on my bucket list anymore, man. I kind of feel like it's kind of, they're not contending or anything like that anymore. So I don't know. That's kind of died a little bit, burned out a little bit. Now there are some stadiums I do want to go to. I mean, Lambeau's got to be on that bucket list, even though they don't have backrest for the stands. But I mean, that's the super old stadium. I wouldn't mind going to Vegas for that. That's really about it. I don't really know any other stadiums. Kansas City would be a cool stadium to go to just because of the atmosphere that they bring. And I guess that's what Green Bay has too. It's not necessarily the stadium that stands out. It's more of the atmosphere. Sometimes that's that's more important. Sometimes that makes the factor, into ranking stadiums rather than the actual look. Like Kansas City would be a cool one. Oh, obviously Jerry's World. Yeah, I can't forget Jerry's World. I mean, there's going to be some years from now that the Steelers will be playing there at least. Oh yeah, the Patriots organization was not good up until Bledsoe and Brady. Before that organization was one of, I guess, laughing stocks of the NFL. All right, handoff play, and he is swarmed right away by the Steelers defense. Absolutely nowhere to go. That was Queen and Wilson on that stop. See, oh yeah, that looks like that's a nice looking stadium too. Again, that's another stadium though that I don't know, man. It's not the same. It's not the same. Respectfully, I don't think it's the same. I'm talking the atmosphere. All right, they have Drake May and shotgun. He's in his own end zone. Steelers bring 4. He throws it down the field and it's incomplete, broken up by Darius Slay. That was just right place, right time for Slay. Nice. Able to get your hand. That was a really good play by Slay. Let's go bring 3rd and 12. Now they might just run the ball here, so that to give their punter a little bit extra room, because they're not in a good spot. He drops back in his own end zone, throws it to his running back, and he is just short of the first down by about half a yard. They threw the ball like a yard past the marker. Yeah, he's short. That's definitely short. His elbow was down. Oh, are they gonna go for it here? Oh, they go for it. It's a shovel pass. Oh, they get the first down. Dang. Wow, gutsy call from New England, and it worked. Mike Vrabel acting like Campbell right there. I mean, who goes for it inside of your own 20-yard line? That is very risky, man. But it worked. Wide receiver in motion. May has time. He's going to throw it down the field, and it's intercepted. Intercepted. He hauled it in. And he's returning it past the 40, past the 35, the 30, and he's out of bounds tackled at around the 25-yard line. And that is another Steelers takeaway. Let's go. Oh, that's gotta hurt the Patriots, man. Let's see the replay. Did he get possession? Oh, no. I don't know. I don't think that's an interception. He has it, and it hits the ground, and he gets possession after it hits the ground. So that's going to come back. Although it will be an incomplete. But that interception is definitely not going to stand. Okay. That's probably one of the faster reviews that you could have. All right, it was still incomplete, so not bad. All right, so that's going to be second and 10 for New England. You got Drake May in shotgun, running back to his left. He drops back, looks right, throws that way. And oh, it's another fumble for New England, and it's picked up by Pittsburgh. Now, they are going to see if he had full possession. They call it incomplete. Okay. Wow, I mean, New England looking very shaky offensively. Let's look at this replay. Has possession. Yeah, no. That's okay. That's close, but since it was called incomplete, it's probably going to stand incomplete. That wasn't enough possession to have. I mean, he was turning his body, and as soon as he turned his body, he just I don't know. Pressure comes. May gets it to his running back. Oh, he has open space, open field for a first down. Makes a little move down at the 49. He was just in, Stevenson was just in no man's land. Oh, you had Diggs with like a screen a little bit. Queen was trying to was the closest man near Stevenson, but with the position that Diggs was in, he kind of gave like a basketball screen and broke it up. Whether that was intentional or unintentional, that was a good play by Stephon Diggs. Handoff play, and they're going to get still fighting for some extra yardage, and they do get some more. We'll say 4 yards on the play. They're showing Indiana Jones. All right. And is it too early to say that the Colts are approaching an undefeated season? May gets pressured by Watt, and he gets sacked by TJ Watt. His first sack of the season. Right. That's what people were complaining about, man. TJ Watt's lack of productiveness. I mean, I feel like he was still making plays even without a sack, but that was his first in 6 games. His 109th career sack. So now it's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 13 to be exact. We're now inside of 3 minutes left in the second quarter. May drops back. Steelers bring 4. Has time, throws it, middle of the field, complete to Stephon Diggs for the first down. Oh, that was the boy. What was I saying last week? You guys, I remember what I said last week. Every single completion seemed like it was middle of the field. That's another play that was middle of the field. But hey, they gave Drake May some time to throw the ball, which is something that the New England offensive line has been struggling to do. Play action. Has time still. Throws it. Easy floater for a first down. They're saying there's a penalty that he was able to get out to Douglas. Oh, an eligible man. Hey, these penalties have been killing both of these teams, man. My goodness. All right, so this is probably the final play before the 2-minute warning when it approaches. So it was a broken up screenplay, it looked like, because it looked like it was supposed to get out to his running back. However, there was just like multiple Steelers there. We get it to the 2-minute warning. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. Vic, man, I'm still doubting this whole situation too, man. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of feel like they're going to be in the same situation that they were last season, which is not helping the Steelers, man. But hopefully I'm wrong. I want them to prove me wrong this season. All right, but I'm not going to get like super hyped. I can't get super hyped up, man. I'm telling you, I've seen it too many times with this team recently, I should say. So I'm not convinced until they win a playoff game, and I know that sounds really bad, but that's just really where we're at. All right, 1st and 15 after the penalty. It's going to be a play action pass to his receiver, and he trips up on himself, but he's able to avoid a tackle, and he might have gotten the first down out of that. They're saying Douglas was down at about a yard short. So he tripped. Let's see if they made contact there. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. He's down shorter than that. Okay, we got to see if the knee's down, though. Hand is down. Oh, yeah, no. The extra yards that he picked up, that's not going to stand. Looks like Douglas's jersey ripped a little bit on his, his armpit or something. But that's definitely going to get called back at least a few yards. Wow, Minnesota up 17-3 over Cincinnati. They're really going to have to get themselves another quarterback, man. Kirk Cousins is probably the best option out there. It's just that contract, man. That's going to be tough to pick up. Okay, so they do bring it back a little bit. So it's going to be around 2nd and 7. The Rams up 16-7 over Philly so far. Cincinnati, man, they're really going to need more depth at the quarterback situation, or quarterback spot, I should say. I don't know any other options. The two best options, in my opinion, is probably Jameis Winston or Cousins. Again, it's just that contract, man. That's tough. That's a tough spot. Okay, they had to fix up the clock, too. So now the clock's at 146 instead of 152. Still trying to talk it over. I mean, in these situations, time is a big deal. So they got to make sure they get it right. I like the field setup that New England has, though, with the Patriot at midfield and the end zones, too. I like that look. All right, so 2nd and 7 for New England. Douglas in motion. He moves to the left. Now switching back over. It's a toss play, and it's a short gain. Not really sure why they're running the ball here. But I guess they don't want to give Steelers another shot. That's what I'd assume. Pittsburgh takes their first time out of the half. It's going to bring about 3rd and 5 after that little break. Wow, Burger King has cinnamon rolls? Hey man, people hate on Burger King. I don't mind Burger King, okay? A lot of people hate on it though. I'll take Burger King over McDonald's any day of the week. Is that really saying much? Probably not, but because I feel like McDonald's fell off like hard. but I'd take Burger King over McDonald's. The Whopper's better than the Big Mac, man, especially the Big Mac now. I mean, you're barely getting any patty. That's a big deal, too, for burgers, man. Too much bread, not enough patty. May drops back on 3rd and 5. He's able to get it complete to Douglas, and he's able to fight for the first down. Oh, Stephon Diggs. For the breakfast, okay, that's the only thing I like from McDonald's, the breakfast. I could do the hot cakes. I could do the McMuffins. I like that. Anything else, when you're talking about past breakfast, I can't do it, man. It's not that good. Nuggets are all right, but yeah, I mean, nothing else really stands out for me. Breakfast is good, though. May drops back, throws it to a tight end complete, and he's down at the 5. He took a big tackle, too. But New England's finding some life here, and this is not a good look for the Steelers. Jack in the Box? Yeah, I got to take Jack in the Box over McDonald's. I don't really like McDonald's, man. I used to, like when I was younger, but I don't know. The past like 10 years, they just took steps and steps and steps and steps down. All right, they just let the clock run, and the Steelers defense just let them. And now the Steelers jump off sides, or that might even be neutral zone infraction. Encroachment on defense. Man, this is not looking good. The Steelers dominated the majority of this first half, but they are having a breakdown towards the end of the second quarter. Damn. Yeah, you can't be doing this, man. First and goal, 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Patriots are able to save all 3 of their timeouts. Play action, good play action, but pressure comes. Drake May just has to throw it out of the end zone. Looked like the fans caught it. That was a pretty good catch. They had to like go like a baseball type catch that they had to do. Nobody bit on that run. All right. I wonder how aggressive New England is going to play here. I mean, they're right there. 16 seconds left in the second. Well, you know you got to tie. You want to tie it here. May drops back, looks to the corner of the end zone. He throws it that way, incomplete. Overthrows the Steelers defender because that was the only guy that was in the radius right there. I'll tell you, he was playing offense, man. All right, this is a big play, 3rd and goal. I wouldn't be surprised if this is 4-down territory, though. May looks, end zone, intercepted in the end zone. Big play defensively for the Steelers, and that is just a bad break for Drake May and the Patriots. Just completely flips the script. Wow. It looked like it might have been deflected at the line by Cameron Hayward. Yep, just a little bit of a deflection, and that changed everything. Nice, man. They needed that. They needed that interception because momentum was definitely flipping towards New England, and that just took everything away from them. And Echols only in there because of an injury. Aaron Rodgers takes the knee to end the first half. Not complaining there. You have the lead, and you'll get the ball at the half. All right, good way to end off the first half. Good way. All right, so we got Steelers up 14-7 at halftime. Damn, that was just such a for New England. That was just such a bad thing to happen, man. Okay, it looks like most games are at halftime, except for the Rams and the Eagles. Good first half. Steelers, I don't want to say dominated, but they controlled the pace. They're playing their game right now. All right, I'm not gonna make it seem like they're dominating on all phases of the game, but they're playing their own game. And you got the Rams up 19-7 over Philly in Philly at Lincoln Financial Stadium or Field. I think it's Field. 19-7. Eagles are getting the ball back with 10 seconds left in the second quarter. They might just take the knee and end the drive, it looks like. You got the Raiders and Commanders going on as well. 17-10. Hey, I mean, Washington's offense has not slowed down. 17 points in the first half. That's not too bad. Tampa Bay beating the Jets so far 13-6. I mean, Jets defense has definitely struggled so far this season. Not completely terrible, to have only given up 13 points against a Buccaneers offense. The team that concerns me right now is the Houston Texans, because they were projected to be really good this season and go to the playoffs and everything like that. And offensively, it is just rough, man. It is just rough. Let's see the score of that game. 7-3 Jacksonville. Defensively, they're looking great. Okay. Offense can't put points on the board. That's a big problem. That is a problem that they're facing. With the defense that the Texans have, the offense doesn't even need to be putting up that many points. I mean, you got to think maybe 27 points would be enough for the Texans to win games. And that's even being generous because, like I said, I mean, the Texas defense is legit. I think that has everything to do with their head coach, man. Real defensive-minded head coach. All right, so far the only game that's really on right now is the Jets and Tampa Bay. Jets are trying to get a couple points before the half breaks. Look at Nate's yellow suit, man. That suit pops up, man. It's like a yellow highlighter. Tyrod Taylor gets sacked, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see. This mode of view kind of sucks right now. See if I can get another one. Damn, okay. Vikings still have 17-3 over the Bengals. Although Bengals are moving the ball, they're in Minnesota territory. They're over there right around field goal range. Browning throws it to his tight end, who's able to get past the one defender. Oh, he fumbles the ball. Oh, he might take it to the house. That's a touchdown, Minnesota. Wow. Wow, just a tough break. Isaiah Rodgers with the touchdown. Now, that is going to be reviewed. I don't know. That was a bit of a close play right there. to see if he's down. I want to see the replay to that. Let's see. Oh, that's a fumble. Wow. Vikings defense making some plays in that game. That was not an easy touchdown for Minnesota. And he gets their point up and good. 24-3. Minnesota with 24 points in the first half. Damn. And by the way, 2 touchdowns were scored by the Minnesota defense. So you can't even put the blame on Cincinnati's defense right now. The offense has given up more points than the defense. As of right now, I'm a little bit surprised that the Jets are still in the game with Tampa Bay. But actually, I got to say the Rams. I did favor them to win that game. I mean, they're looking really solid, though, man. Really solid. Against an Eagles team that's one of the favorites in the NFC. Up 19-7, up 2 possessions in the first after the first half is pretty impressive. Yeah, Nate's definitely rooting for the for the Steelers, man. With that yellow suit, that suit just pops. Coach Carr. Oh, you got an injury over there in the Jets and Bucks game. Yeah, there's like 3 home teams this week that are wearing their white jerseys. Wonder why that's happening. You got the Bucks wearing their whites at home. You got the Eagles doing the same thing. Niners are going to be doing the same thing. Although the Niners are doing that because of the heat over in Santa Clara. Because the weather is a lot different in Santa Clara compared to San Francisco, apparently. I don't know. I don't think they ever did that when they played at Candlestick. Browning looking for something, looking for his tight end once again, but it's incomplete. You're at a point if you're Cincinnati that you just got to get some points to stay somewhat in the game, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. I mean, clearly you want a touchdown, but just something. Because at that point, Minnesota's a touchdown away from just completely putting the game away. Browning drops back, throws it complete middle of the field, just shy of the first down. Not showing that much urgency. Okay, there's a flag thrown on the play. Let's see what this is. This might be holding on offense. I don't know. I'm only saying that because the expression on Browning's face. Pete Carroll fighting with the referees. You see, I don't have the luxury of having 3 TVs. All right, unfortunately, I don't have that lifestyle. All right. So the best I got is the 4 multi-view on one screen. That's the best I could do. All right, but so I haven't been able to see that. That's kind of funny. Now they're losing though, right? Yeah, they're losing. Okay, maybe that's why he's fighting with the referees. Oh yeah, they're down by 7 at half. the game of the weeks are just kind of lacking. I mean, the Cardinals and Niners is a pretty solid game. My concern is the fact that the Niners are not healthy. That's the concern. Not to say that they can't beat the Cardinals, because I don't really even know where the Cardinals stand. They have a 2-0 record, but I mean, they beat the Panthers last week. Okay, Carolina. I mean, like, come on, man. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's actually a really good game. If the Niners were healthy, I definitely would have favored the Niners there, but you know, they just can't stay healthy. I don't know if it's a curse or what, man, but that's just where they're at. Tyrod Taylor using his legs, able to get the first down. All right, they're able to. Oh, clock's still rolling. They got to try to make it at least a 4-point game by half. Not too far from field goal range. You've got to be kidding me. The Bengals fumbled another ball? Oh man, the Bengals are going through it right now. Wow. Minnesota with another turnover. And the Vikings are just right around field goal range. Tyrod Taylor throws an interception. That looks like that's going to be a pick six for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it is. Pick six. Okay, that's the shift in that game. That's it for that game. Man, there's something off about the Bengals right now, man. They just don't. There's just like no life for anything like that. I mean, I'm looking right now, but I don't know how it was for the entire game. I don't know how it was for when they first started. Minnesota has a chance to just completely, I mean, really end it right now with the touchdown. McCarthy throws it complete out of bounds at around the 5-yard line. And let's not forget, Carson Wentz was Minnesota's backup. Okay, they aren't playing well. I think I did say McCarthy. No, that's Carson Wentz. But he's their quarterback too. Carson Wentz with a very odd career. Okay, we're looking to kick off the second half for the Steelers and Patriots. Minnesota gets into the end zone. Wow, that's it. Unbelievable. I like that backdrop that they have. the glasses that JJ's wearing too. I'm surprised with the fact that Minnesota is just completely running away with that game. All right, second half is underway, and it's going to go reach into the end zone. Looked like Johnson was back there. He couldn't catch the ball, but that's not going to matter anyways. It's going to be a touchback. Hey, okay, CBS is doing a good job with this presentation. I like it. Almost makes you wish I would have worn my Tecmo Bowl shirt this week. But oh well. 1st and 10, first play of the second half. Fakes the pitch, throws a screen pass to Metcalf. He's able to bounce off a tackle and get down at around the 40-yard line. His second reception of the game. Very odd. So you had New England with 20 total yards in the first quarter, then Pittsburgh with 20 total yards in the second quarter. So two very different quarters so far. We got 2nd and 5 from the 40. Rodgers throws it to Warren, who kind of trips a little bit, and there's just absolutely nothing there. Completely broken up. I lost an easily 4 yards. Pressure on Rodgers and pressure on Warren, like as soon as that play happened. I was going to be about 3rd and 9. No, they're going to say 3rd and 10. Rodgers drops back. Pressure comes, throws it. Intercepted. Splain again. Oh, he's got a good return. He's down out of bounds at around the 11-yard line. Robert Splain making plays this game against his former team. Was he hit when he threw the ball? I mean, he threw it right at him. I don't know if he just underthrew it or what, but that was a very easy interception. That had to be miscommunication. But you got to give props to Splain there. That was a bad pick. That was a bad pick. That was a bad one, man. All right. New England has it at the 11. Drops back, throws it middle of the field, caught, and that's going to be a gain of about 8 on the first play to Henry. Henry's a little bit shaking up, and that's not a good sign, man. That was one of their players that they've been utilizing the most in this game, and he's down. Looks like it's something with his leg. Damn. With that interception, I want to know what happened there. I mean, Calvin Austin was the only Steeler around, but he was like at least 5 yards off. I'm saying at least. Let's see what's going around the rest of the NFL. I got the Jags and the Texans still deadlocked at 7-3 at halftime. Got the Colts up 20-6 over there in Tennessee at the half. Commanders were able to get a field goal at the end of the half, 20-10. The Rams and the Eagles just started off the second half, 19-7 Philly with the ball. Carolina over Atlanta, 10-0. And how about this? The Packers up 3-0 against Cleveland. So offensively, they're struggling over there in Cleveland. This commercial, man. This is a weird Jersey Mike's commercial. But we got Tom Brady making his return to football, flag football. I think they're doing that whole thing in Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken. I wonder who else is going to be in there, man. That's going to be interesting. They're really hyping it up. They're saying flag football is like the biggest growing sport, I guess. I don't know. And they only had one other tight end. All right, so we got 2nd and 1 inside the 3. Steelers bring a bunch of pressure, and they can't get him. Oh, he fumbled the ball, but I don't know. He might have been across the plane. That's going to be an interesting call. It was recovered by Wilson, but that was right near the goal line. He did fumble the ball. They're going to have to review this. Okay, they're saying Pittsburgh ball. I'm skeptical, though. Oh, no, yeah, that's a fumble. That's a fumble. Wow. He fumbled it at around the 1-yard line. Knee down, no. Yep, that's Steeler ball. And it rolled into the end zone, recovered by Wilson. This is an ugly game, man. Yeah, New England's really hurting themselves with these mistakes in the red zone. I mean, at this point, you could just say that New England should be winning this game. Wow. There was so much weird about that play. So you could have said that he should have been stopped behind the line of scrimmage with the pressure that Steelers are bringing. He was able to break tackles, and then when he was trying to get his feeding back, that's when he fumbled the ball. Yeah, that was a weird play. But nonetheless, Steeler football. New England had prime possession twice, man. Twice in their last 2 drives, they had prime possession and they scored 0. That's insane, man. That is just bad. Yeah, they're kicking themselves in the. They're shooting themselves in the foot, man. All right, let's see what's on around the rest of the NFL. 26-7. You got the Rams beating the Eagles. You want to talk about a statement? They're not trying to win over there in Philly. They're trying to make a legit statement like, hey, we're here, man. Because everybody's talking about the Packers. Everybody's talking about the Eagles. Everybody's talking about the Lions. Not many people are putting the Rams in that mix. If they could beat the Eagles and play like they are right now, how can you not talk about the Rams? All right, bit of a hard count right there. Handoff play, Jalen Warren for a short gain. That might come back, though. Referees talking it over. Having a nice little conversation. Oh, that's coming back a few yards. All right, so the story of this game so far is lots of penalties, lots of turnovers, and not a lot of points. That is the story of this game so far. This game's going to come out to whoever makes the least amount of mistakes. 1st and 20 from the 10. The late handoff, Warren just stuffed. Tackle by Williams. And that's the problem the Steelers have been having. Just it's not necessarily Warren that's not running well because he can run clearly when you use him in the passing attack. But O-line just can't create that separation for Warren. 2nd and 22. Rodgers drops back, looks left, then looks right. Incomplete. Jalen Warren couldn't hang on to it. That's a forward pass, so it's not going to mean anything. My concern right now is with Roman Wilson. Everybody has high hopes for Roman Wilson. I don't even know how many receptions he has on the season. He didn't really play at all last year, his rookie year, because of an injury. He's been active every week so far, and he has a reception, if that? 3rd and forever inside of your own 10-yard line. Aaron throws it to Calvin Austin, and that's going to be very short of the first down marker. He's down at around the 20-ish yard line, and that's going to be a 3-and-out for Pittsburgh. Yeah, this is saying a lot with how bad New England has been playing and the capitalization of New England. They're only down by 7 points. This is concerning for both teams. Right, let's see how this punt is. It's a pretty solid punt. He gets it inside the 40, able to get past the defender or takes a hit out around the 45-yard line. And that's where the Patriots are going to start their first drive. I'm sorry, their drive. All right, I'll be right back. Steelers, and I'm not going to lie, man. Uh, with the way the Vikings are looking, I'm a little nervous about that game. Second oldest team in the NFL. It wasn't too long ago where the Steelers were one of the younger teams in the NFL, so that's a little weird. Gosh, man, the Steelers are really keeping the Patriots in this game. Handoff play, able to break a tackle, and he's down at around the 45-yard line, tackled by Roman Wilson and TJ Watt. Wow, man, that's just Pittsburgh really keeping these guys in the game. It's almost like New England's like, hey, here's the game, guys. We're going to keep turning over the ball. You guys got this. But Pittsburgh isn't doing anything. Easy quarterback sneak for a first down. Wow, if the Steelers lose this, man. Sheesh. That is just bad. May gets the snap, another handoff play. Not as much sex this time. There's another fumble. It looks like Steelers recovered it. I got to see. Okay, the Steelers did recover it, but was he down? They're going to say Steeler ball. My gosh. That's another fumble. Oh my goodness. This game is the Patriots are playing such ugly ball, man. That's a fumble. Peppers with a good play. Former New England Patriot. Able to force the fumble. How are these guys still in the game? New England is playing. Okay, I'll give the Steelers defense credit. They're making plays, right? But New England is playing so bad. And they're only up by 7. This should be at the very least a 2-possession game. But hey, got another turnover. Can't complain there. You got Tampa Bay up 20-6. You got the Eagles were able to finally put up another touchdown, down 26-14. Although Rams already at midfield, 3rd and 2. The snap off. Stafford rolls out. He's going to take it with his legs, and he's not going to be able to get it. They got a decision to make whether or not they want to go for it or not. It's 4th and 2 near midfield. I wouldn't be opposed to going for it. But then again, you're up by 2 possessions. You do not want to give momentum completely away. And Matthew Stafford was at the Dodger game on Friday night for Clayton Kershaw's last game as a Dodger. Or I'm sorry, last home regular season game as a Dodger, I should say. Apparently, he's not going to be a starter in the postseason. They're going to get him out of the bullpen, which makes sense. All right. With the way the bullpen has been, so there's no reason to put specific players in specific situations. I'm not gonna say who, but if you're a Dodger fan, you know what I'm talking about. So you could put Clayton Kershaw in those high stakes situations rather than other pieces in the bullpen, because the bullpen has struggled for the Dodgers. All right, you got first down after the fumble. Give it to Gainwell, who is stuffed. It doesn't matter who's running the ball. That's the tough part, man. It doesn't really matter who's running the ball. Offensive line just hasn't been able to step up. This is not convincing if the Steelers win by a single possession. Rodgers drops back, floats one to Metcalf, and it's incomplete. Rodgers got hit after the play. gosh, this offense is struggling. I'm telling you, if they win by a singular possession, you walk out with a 2-1 record, but it doesn't feel like a win. 3rd and 12 for the Steelers. Rodgers throws a pass to Warren behind the line of scrimmage, and he gets around 5 yards. That just was never going to get you the first down. Never going to get you the first down. Okay, Steelers need another receiver, man. That's where we're at right now. They need another receiver. Pressure with the punt. There was no contact. He calls a fair catch at around the 11-yard line. Gosh, man. This is ridiculous. Minnesota up 34-3 at halftime, so I guess it could be worse. But are you kidding me right now? It's a 7-point game, and you have all these turnovers. Steelers bring some pressure on another inside handoff, and it's a gain of about 2. Wow. I think this is safe to say this is the most ugliest Steeler Patriot game that we have seen in the 21st century. I think that's a pretty fair thing to say. No team is over 100 rushing yards so far. May drops back, throws it complete. He's trying to make a move, just could not. Little bit shy of the first down. At this point, New England's probably just flip-flopping through running backs to see who doesn't fumble the ball. Gosh, man. New England with the heavy set out. It's a bootleg. May going to take it himself, and he's going to slide for the first down. Whew. Man, I don't even know what to say right now about this game. At this point, no matter the outcome, it's just, wow. 1st and 10 for New England. May is going to throw it complete for about 9. Williams on the reception. He got the ball out pretty quick. Second and short. Drake May so far in this game, 16 for 24, 154 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Handoff play, and he's going to get an easy first down once again. I mean, at this point, you got to be like nervous to run the ball, man, if you're the Patriots offense. They've been more effective with the passing game, I guess, Play action. Middle of the field complete. First down. That's really all opposing offenses has to do. Until the Steelers change up their scheme or what have you, just throw middle of the field. I mean, seriously. It's the same thing. If I'm Vrabel or their OC, I'm like, hey, middle of the field. That's where we're throwing. Run play. It's past the 50. You bring second and medium. We're now under 5 minutes left in this third quarter. Not much action going on. Really nothing much going on. Aaron Rodgers under 100 yards passing. Another handoff play for another short gain. And with how bad New England's been playing, they have a shot to tie the game up in this drive because they are moving the ball. They're just one big play away. Henry's back in there in the huddle. So that's good news for New England. That's pretty much their number one target in this game. Drake going to scramble. He's going to might be short of the first down because of where he started the slide. Yes, they're going to mark him just short of the first down because it's where you start the slide is where they mark you down. So yeah, it's going to be short. I mean, it was either that or get hit by Queen and Ramsey. 4th and 1. This is a big play here. They run the play, pitch play, and he gets the first down. Oh, there's a flag, though. Is that coming back? Yet another flag, another penalty. Illegal use of hands to the face. You know, they use that outside pitch a lot. They've used that quite a few times. And every single time, the Steelers look like they're confused. I'd say they've used that at least 3-4 times in this game, at least. Play action. Man's going to get it out again to his tight end for another first down to Henry. And that's been the connection for the Patriots in this game. Made to Henry. This is so concerning. Another run play. Gains about 2, if that. Oh, man, this feels like such a long quarter. You want to talk about an ugly quarter of football. This is definitely up there. We're nearing the end, though, of this third quarter. outside pitch play, able to avoid some pressure, and then gets tackled at around the 20. This quarter has been so boring, man. We've been deadlocked at 14-7 for a long time. Since we're like halfway into the second quarter. Pittsburgh has done nothing for a long time. May drops back, throws it complete. Diggs was able to hold that in. It's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. At this point, with the rate that things are going, you got to go for it. You don't know the next time you're going to be in this situation, if at all. They'll probably let it just run down, or they'll probably give like a hard count, try to make them jump off sides for now. That's exactly what they're going to do. Yep. They just let the third quarter end. All right, man. We have whatever the opposite of a barn burner is. We have a 14-7 game after 3. New England has a big 4th and 2. Damn, I'm almost like halfway done with this thing. Or I am halfway done with this. I try to get a gallon of water in a day. Sometimes it's tough to do. Like when I work out and work, it's very easy to do the gallon. But when I'm not really doing much, it's hard to get a gallon in a day. So it just depends on the day. And like my days off, sometimes I don't get the full gallon in. Because again, it's kind of tough. You know, you're not like thirsty when you're not doing much. So yeah. You got the Vikings up 34-3 against Cincinnati. That's probably the most impressive game or performance so far. Minnesota has scored 2 touchdowns off of a pick 6 and off of a fumble recovery. Both very big returns too. Yeah, Tampa Bay over the Jets 23-6. Let's see what's going on with the Eagles and Rams. Eagles back in the game, up or down 26-21, although they were down 26-7 at a point in time. So that's concerning for the Rams. I'm just enjoying some YouTube Zen right now, and they took that away from me. And man, I really could have used that YouTube Zen for a period of time. They only gave it to me for like 30 seconds. All right. Here we go. Final quarter of this game. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? All right, 4th and 2. Patriots in shotgun formation. Diggs in motion. Drops back. Looks Diggs. Wait. Oh, no. It looks for his tight end. Henry caught. Touchdown. New England. Way to go, Steelers. You kept them in the game, and now they're about to tie the game. Way to go. Way to go. Wow. Wow, man. This is ridiculous. Henry wide open. Somebody missed their assignment right there. And it was just an easy walk in. I mean, Henry was hit as soon as he crossed the end zone. Wow. unbelievable, man. You got number 36, their kicker, to tie the game with 4:56 left. Snap looks good. Kick is good. Patriots have tied this game. I don't even know what to say. Like nothing. Guess where that was at? Middle of the field. Who would have thought? I can't believe this, man. Oh man. Well, all right. Still got still got a whole quarter to play. Offensively, Steelers can't move the ball. They can't get a pass off. They can't get the run game going. Oh, Danny Smith makes something happen. Special teams might need to make something happen for the Steelers to win this game because offensively they can't get nothing. All right. What are you guys thinking, man? We got a tie game here. New England has what? 4 or 5 turnovers, and they're still in the game. Not only are they still in the game, they have a legit shot at winning this game. They have had multiple turnovers near or in the end zone. That is a huge screen, man. That's a long screen they have at Gillette Stadium. Okay, just from the looks at the view that they're giving right now, not really much stands out about that stadium, man. Just saying. 15 play drive, almost 9 minutes. All right, we need a good drive. We need a long drive here. Touchback for the Steelers. You need to give the Steelers defense some rest, man, some time to breathe. Even if they score 3 points, that's fine, but you gotta take time off that clock. Okay. It doesn't matter how many points you score here. Just burn that time, man. Burn that clock as much as you possibly can. Defense was out there for a long time. Steelers have it at the 35 with this new rule since it was a touchback. Bootleg, Rodgers throws it to Smith, and he fumbles the ball. Patriots look like they got control. No, they're going to say he didn't get control of the ball before it hit out of bounds. Okay, that's a very close play. Smith fumbled the ball. It was punched out of his hands. It was rolling towards out of bounds because people were kicking it. And they're saying he didn't get possession. He might not have, but maybe that's a play worth challenging. You want to talk about dodging a bullet. Second and 10, they're going to hand it off to Warren, who gets stopped maybe 2 yards with the forward progress. Wow. Spillane playing with some purpose, man. He might even be the best player on the field that's been on the field so far today. Robert Spillane. That guy's balling today. 3rd and 8. Rodgers going to throw it deep down the field. Miscommunication. There's a flag thrown, and that's going to go Metcalf's way for PI. Rodgers gets hit. Okay, let's see here. Okay, there most definitely was contact. I don't even know if that was catchable though. I'm calling it like I see it. I don't know if it was even catchable. The Steelers get down the field off of a pass interference call. They're probably about near Boswell territory, if they're not already. Okay, there was definitely contact, but that was a little bit far off, man. That pass was a little bit far off. Warren in the backfield here on 1st and 10. They're going to give it to Warren, and not much going. Is able to get some change, though. Jacksonville over Houston. Something needs to change with that offense in Houston. Houston has a problem, very much. All right, so it's kind of taking their time here. Fakes the handoff. Rodgers going to air it out and overthrows Austin. Rodgers with his hands up. I don't know. They seem like so out of sync offensively. That's a good run by Jonathan Taylor. Hey, when Jonathan Taylor's healthy, man, he's a tough man to stop. Carolina up 20-0 against Atlanta. Okay. Got 3rd down and 8. Rodgers drops back, throws it to Freiermuth, and it's incomplete. Bounces off a New England defender. Rodgers just looks like he's having a terrible time. All right, I'm expecting Boswell here. Not going to be an easy kick. Definitely not going to be, but yeah, you're throwing behind him, man. Oh, no, they're going to punt it. Honestly, I'm a little surprised that they're punting the ball. Fair catch, and they're going to get it just inside of their 20. We might lose this game. Wow. That's what it's looking like here, man. Let's see what's going on in the rest of the NFL. This game is just not it. The Vikings up 41-3. That might be a more entertaining game than this one, honestly, even though it's a blowout. Rams over there hanging on for dear life against the Eagles. Best believe Cincinnati's going to be making a lot of phone calls this week. Because it's not like the Vikings were firing on all cylinders before this game. Not that the Vikings are bad, but it's not like they were looking super great or anything like that. Brown able to get a completed pass, and they finally get something going. And Minnesota's side of the field. All right. I don't know. I have no idea how New England's in this game. Zero clue. Yeah, it's weird. Steelers' offense was actually looking really good to start off the game, and they just hit a wall, and they can't even. It's like they can't even get a first down. That's how bad they've been playing. Run play for the Patriots, and it's a gain of about 4 on the play. All right, we've hit the 12-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. And Steelers defense has not had a good break, man. They May gets a snap, throws middle of the field, and another completed pass in the middle of the field. Who else would that be? Oh, it's their tight end Hooper for the first down. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Steelers defense is probably just tired, man. At this point, they're probably just worn out. May's going to throw it again, and another completed pass past the 50. 2 plays, 2 catches for Hooper on back-to-back plays. There's nobody there. You know what? I think I'm gonna take a seat now. All right. From the 49, May's gonna look towards the sideline, gets it complete for a gain of about 7. Oh, it's to Henderson. Oh. Hey, you know it's not a very entertaining game when I'm sitting down. All right, man. That's fine. All right, so New England has a 2nd and 4. Just inside of 10 minutes. It's a handoff play, and he is stopped shy of the first down. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. And Pittsburgh needs to get off the field here. Definitely a running play here. It's a quarterback sneak. He looks like he might have been short, though. Let's see the marker. I think he was short. Yep, they're going to call him short of the first. Oh, that's a close play, actually. I know, they're setting stone on calling it fourth down. Okay. Patriot offense still out there. I wouldn't be surprised if they just bring you the same play. 3 for 3 and fourth down conversions. To bootleg. May going to try to take it himself with his legs, and he's able to do that and run out of bounds. Just too easy. I'm like at a loss of words with this game, man. I am such. He was kind of holding on Watt a little bit, but gosh, man. All right, 1st and 10 for New England. Inside the 35, he drops back, pump fakes it. Tries to get out of pressure. He gets sacked. He fumbles the ball, and it is scooped up by T.J. Watt. Yes, another turnover by the Patriots. This is insane, man. Good play by Nick Herbig. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Let me get this set up a little bit better. They're 4 for 4 on fourth downs. But I guess that time it didn't really matter, right? All right, this leads me to question. Who the heck wants to win this game? New England has, what, 6 turnovers? Is it 6? All right, like, who wants to win this game? Does anybody want to win this game? It's like the Steelers are saying, hey, New England, here's the game for you. And New England's saying, hey, Pittsburgh, here's the game for you. Who wants this game? Seriously. It is crazy, man. You got the Panthers making a statement in Carolina, up 27-0 over Atlanta. And the Falcons beat the Vikings last week. Rams still up by 5. Commanders able to pull away from the Raiders, up 34-10. Packers up 10-0 against Cleveland, against the Browns. Indianapolis 34-13. And the Texans down by 7. Probably. But all right, okay. If the Steelers win this game by 3, gosh, it doesn't even feel like a win, dude. Okay, this game is not on the defense. It is not on the defense. Let me get my football. Let's see. Maybe that's the problem. I don't have my football on me. Rodgers in shotgun formation. He's got Warren to his right. 4 receivers out. He's going to throw a slant to Calvin Austin for a completed pass for about 8 on the first play of the drive. I think that's Austin's first reception of the game. Let's see if this brings any luck. If not, I'll have to bring my boy Cletus down here. Rodgers with the hard count. Trying to make him jump off sides. 2nd and 2. Handoff play to Jaylen Warren, who bursts through the hole, gets the first down, tries to stay on his feet, and he just couldn't. But nonetheless, gets the first down. Pittsburgh now in New England territory. And I'm telling you, if this football doesn't work, I got Cletus up there, man. So that's for emergency purposes only, though. All right, 6.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Not up at 14. You got one-on-one at the top of the screen. Play action. Rodgers just going to give it out to Warren. Warren's going to get past the defender and able to shave off a tackle and get the first down. Nice play by Jaylen Warren. That's another Pittsburgh Steelers first down. But see, this is what we're talking about. Jaylen Warren, he has that playmaking ability, that game-changing ability. He can only get it done in the passing game, and that's not even his fault. Every time he gets the ball, a handoff play, he has like zero room to run the ball. Smith or Metcalf in motion moves to the outside. Handoff play to Warren, and he gets about 5 on the play. Steelers are definitely in Boswell territory now, for sure. Yeah, take your time, man. You need defense to catch their breath. And another game where the Steelers allow more than 100 yards rushing. Fakes the handoff. Rodgers has time. He's scrambling now as the pocket collapses, and he slides for about 3 yards. Aaron Rodgers showing off the little mobility that he has. Hey, okay. Jaylen Warren is the guy that's carrying this offense. He's the only guy that's making plays. Steelers 2 for 7 in third down conversions. Now, at one point, they were 2 for 2 in third down conversions. So they are 0 for 5 since their first 2. And they call a timeout. They looked a little confused. Whew. All right. Good news is Steelers are in prime position to score. That's like the only good news I have for this game. It's going to be a fun analysis doing the post-game recap of this game. That video is going to be fun to make. Because if the Steelers win, the only thing that's going to be positive about this game is the Steelers winning. And I guess the defense, right? All right, you got 3rd and 2 for the Steelers at the 25. Pat Fryer moves to the left. Handoff play Warren. He's able to hurdle over a man for the first down. I mean, Jaylen Warren putting the offense on his back, man. He's trying whatever he possibly can to make plays. Receivers aren't getting open. The only receiver that seems to get open is Jaylen Warren, who's a running back. And he's doing everything he possibly can in the run game, too. All right, we're officially in crunch time of this game. Play clock running down. They get it off in time. Another handoff play. Warren spins out of one tackle, and he's still stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. You know, the offense has been doing so bad that they can't even get it to Boswell territory in this game. That's how bad they've been. Oh, you got Kenneth Gainwell now in the backfield with Aaron Rodgers in shotgun formation. You have two receivers on the. Looks like. They're going to call false start. Okay, if we're combining stuff, there's more turnovers and penalties than there are points in this game, I'm assuming. Yeah, 15 penalties in total. Okay, so I guess my math was a little bit off, but that's still a lot. Aaron throws it to Gainwell, screen pass. He's able to get past the 20, and he's able to keep the ball. Actually, not a bad play after having it 2nd and 16. So now it's going to be still 3rd and long, but a more manageable 3rd and long. And let me say this. Watch out for them Indianapolis Colts, man. Nobody was taking them seriously before this season. But they're doing their thing. All right, so we're going to get 3rd and 6. 2:20 left in the 4th quarter. A first down is huge right now. If they could get a first down, play clock running down, they got to get a snap off. They get it right in time. Rodgers looks to the end zone, and it is caught. Calvin Austin for the touchdown, and the Steelers get some points. Dang. How about that? They just a speed. He was able to speed right past them. Nothing special about the route. It was just straight up. Boswell extra point is up, and that is good. Steelers up 21-14 with 2:16 left in the 4th quarter. Patriots still have both timeouts. All right, I'll be right back. guys excited for some 6:30 football? For football at 6:30 in the morning. Are you guys excited for that? Not sure how that game's gonna go. Minnesota's looking really impressive. Hey, it was the power of the football. It's the power of the football. I brought the football out. They scored a touchdown. All right, the kickoff away, and it bounces into the landing zone at around the 5. And the return is down at around the 26-yard line. Oh yeah, definitely. I didn't know that the Steelers fan base was as global as it was up until like a few years ago. And I'm not even like a handful of years ago. But Ireland is a really big Steelers spot. First play of the drive is a completed pass for about 7, maybe 8 yards. Well, this Steelers Patriots matchup is definitely not the chess matchup that it used to be some time ago. I don't know what kind of matchup this is. May drops back, gets pressure, throws it. Once again, complete to Henry for another New England first down. Let me check the stat sheet, man. How many yards does Henry have in this game? I got you guys. See. He's definitely their leading receiver. Okay, so I don't know. I think he has more receiving yards than this, but it's saying 6 receptions for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns. There's no way Warren's a leading receiver, right? There's just no way. So the leading receiver for the Steelers is Jaylen Warren, 5 receptions for 34 yards. That's where we're at. Leading receiver, 34 yards. The next in line is Calvin Austin. He also has 34 yards, but with the system, he has less receptions. So technically, he's not the lead receiver because he has less receptions. And he's 3 receptions for 34 yards. DK Metcalf also has 3 receptions for 32 yards. They need a wide receiver too, man. They're throwing names in there. Tyreek Hill was one of them. Jalen Waddle was one of them. They need somebody. Even if you get a guy like OBJ, I mean, you need a wide receiver too. I don't know. Because you can't put the blame on Aaron Rodgers, although his accuracy in this game hasn't been all that great, but you can't put it on him. Receivers need to get open, and Rodgers also needs to have time to throw the ball. All right. This is what it's all about. Steelers defense needs a stop. 2 minutes left. Patriots at their own 40. Throws a screen pass to his running back, a little check down, and that's going to get quality yards for about 8. They have 2 timeouts. That was in the middle of the field, so they're going to use a lot of clock here. They're not using a timeout. They are set. May gets the snap. He has to roll right. Tries to look for somebody, but he's using his legs and he's tripped. No, he's able to keep his feeding and run out of bounds. Good play, good first down for the Patriots there. And they're moving the ball. The one thing that they've done bad so far is not being able to get out of bounds on that first play, because that did waste some time. Rodgers has been getting tipped way too many times this season. DM looking for the check down, able to avoid the sack the first wave. Second wave, TJ Watt gets him down. Patriots have to call timeout, and they do. TJ Watt with another sack on the day. Might have even had holding right there. I don't know. But Drake May was trying his best to not get sacked, man. He was making moves. He was doing everything he needed to do not to get sacked, but the offensive line just couldn't hold up. 2nd and 13. Patriots had to use their second timeout after that sack. 1:25 left. May, another check down, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. It looked like he kind of threw it behind Douglas. And, I mean, he was wide open. He just kind of slid. And that made things awkward. I don't know. But now it's going to be 3rd and 13. Drake has it. He's going to throw it middle of the field, complete to Henry, just shy of the first down. Now they're just letting the clock run down, kind of taking their time. I mean, at this point, okay, Pittsburgh takes the timeout because at this point, New England's not really focused on the game clock because they're already in the situation. They're already in scoring position. Ravens and Chiefs, okay. Not wow, that slate was not very good. I tell you that. That's not a good slate of football. Or I should say, not good matchups. 4th and 1, game on the line. Patriots 4 for 4 on 4th down conversions. Steelers bring pressure. May gets it off in time, and he's trying to make a move. He cannot. He's stopped. That's ball game. Ball game. Steelers are going to come out with the win. All right, good play by Eccles, man. Again, he's only in there because of I believe it was Darius Slay that went down, and he's actually made some plays in this game, Eccles. But that was the final nail. What an ugly game. What an ugly game. I can't even be like that pumped up after this win. I don't know. All right, they take the first kneel down. And New England has a singular timeout, but that's not really going to do anything here anyways. All right, we got to win. 1-0 down away. One final kneel down, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, for the first time since 2008, get a win in New England in Foxborough. That's something, right? That's something you hold your head high to, I guess. That's really about it. Very ugly game, very sloppy game for both teams, especially for New England. Nonetheless, Steelers get the win, 21-14. I mean, a win's a win, I guess. You're definitely going to need to play better against Minnesota when you go into Ireland, that's for sure. But that's it for this one. I may go live tomorrow night for the Ravens and Lions game. That's a really good game, man, and that should be better than this game. So if I do go live, I'll put a community post up later tonight along with the recap video of this game. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, guys, that is about it for the live. Steelers get the win. That's really about it. But yeah, man, I'll catch you guys later on, and you already know. Go Steelers.